Fly, 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 fly. Okay, so clearly something happened on the last feed. I couldn't get it to unstick itself. So I was stuck, I guess. I did not notice that it wasn't working. So forgive me. I didn't know it wasn't working. I was too busy telling you a story. Okay. So people, it is DeShawn Hatcher, makeup artist, all the way from New York. And something funky just happened on the feed. Sorry about that, guys. I had no idea it was stuck like that. So this is what I'm saying. Like YouTube and me, we're enemies. Me and YouTube, we're not getting along very well in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Listen, are we back? Are we live? We're back. We're back. Yeah, listen. Ain't nothing gonna stop us, sister. We're just gonna keep going. I'll wait for y'all to come back in. It's no big deal. Yeah, sorry about that, guys, because your comments weren't even coming through until I looked down and I was like, what's happening? I looked down and I was like, is something wrong? Because all of a sudden all your comments started flooding in, but y'all couldn't see me. Have you considered Instagram Live? I considered it, but no. It's like, once you start something and you start building a community, Miss Rachel, yeah, I mean, I already started trying to build a community on here. Now I got to go try and start building community on Instagram. I don't know how to work Instagram. Instagram is all through your phone, correct? I'm not sure. So, hey, Mickey. So I'm not sure. And Lala Galore. Hello, Lala Galore. Yeah. And hey, Yolanda. I didn't see you before. Hi, Yolanda, honey. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I have the way the situation is set up now, I guess. Yeah, I guess I could. No, Rachel, I think you just gave me an idea because I bought myself a new camera. What is this? A webcam. I bought myself a webcam to do this, to talk to you guys. But then I realized that my phone is actually free. And then I have you can't see, but I have an extra tripod right here. And now, Rachel, how you come up with ideas that I didn't even think about? Now, ain't that something? Because you're right. I guess I could do this simultaneously. I'm assuming, but that's just a lot of reading for me, child. But yeah, my phone is right here. So I guess I could set the phone up and do it. Rachel, don't you be coming up in here with some new ideas. Rachel, don't have me thinking all up in here about different ways to do things. But that was a good idea. You know what? Maybe I will try it. I kind of trying to still get the hang of this U and a tube. But you're right, girl. Maybe we can reach the masses. Hello. Okay, so the only thing is that you won't be able to save the videos, and I like being able to replay your videos. So you know what could happen, Miss Rachel? What could happen is that I can do it live on YouTube and do it live simultaneously on Instagram. And then if you really want to come back and watch, you can come back and watch on YouTube. See? Does that make sense to you, Rachel? Tell me if that makes any, or am I cuckoo crazy? Yeah, tell me if that makes any sense. Tell me if you guys would even bother to do that. I don't know. But yeah, basically I'm really just trying to build the YouTube community, really, because for a while I was on Periscope for about a year, and I did this for about a year, every Sunday for a year on Periscope. And that was dope and that was cool and everything. But sister got tired. But it was just a question. Yeah, that's a great idea. Makes sense. Ding dong, darling. Ding dong. Oh my God. I could hear you, but the video keeps loading. Matthew, thank you for saying that. Honey, I don't know what's going on. I really, I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for letting me know something was funky, because I had no idea. Some more. Happy birthday, honey. Friday was my birthday. Wait, go on some more. Go on, child. Happy birthday, child. Oh, Mickey, you've seen a few people do that before. Oh, okay. See, listen, this is what happens. Y'all come up with connection is unstable. Please wait while we're trying to reconnect. Are you with me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I see myself fine. I don't slow down when that happened. So, yeah, I know. Hold on, because it just straightened itself out. So before I start clicking out again, let's see. Lost you for a bit there. Yeah, I saw. Okay, now I see what's happening. There's this little red line that comes across my screen. So I have to pay attention. Okay. Okay, I see. All right, but you know what? Because of Rachel, she gave me a great idea. So maybe that's what we'll do. I'll do it on both. I'll set up both. Um, no, I don't know. It's telling me it's mine. So I'm assuming us more it's mine. Um, like I said, I'm having a very hard time. Like last week I tried to come on. It took me about 15 minutes to come on because it just kept going like round and around and around. So no, it's probably mine. I don't know why. I mean, I'm fully loaded up in here. I don't know why it's doing that. It's called a tube and optimum suck ass business. We have optimum up here. We are stuck with optimum. We have no choice but to use optimum. We are held hostage by optimum, and it really is. She's gonna have a rant in a minute. It really is a shitty ass service. It is one of the worst services I've had in a very, very long time. And because they have a monopoly up here, they know they can treat you any old way, and they do. So Optimum is the worst service I've ever had in my life, and I've had many services. This is a piece of shit. Okay, so we were talking about competition. We were talking about all those funky things. Do you guys have any questions other than that you can hear me? I agree. I used to have Optima. Rachel, is terrible. I mean, when I tell you how terrible it is terrible. It is expensive and it's terrible. This has become, it used to be an extremely good service. I don't know what happened. Once this Altice thing came in, forget it. This company is just went straight into the toilet. So if you see Altice and you see that commercial come up and the commercials are adorable, but man, oh man, y'all gonna be pissed off. Don't do it. Rachel asked me, do you think newbies should charge to do makeup or practicing their craft? No, because you're practicing your craft. I mean, if somebody wants to give you 10, 20 bucks, I mean, yeah, but, ooh, child, I remember I was digging through my files and I saw, I saw the makeup I had done when I had first started. I wouldn't charge people for that. It was horrible. That makeup was horrible. The makeup was horrible. It was horrible. So that is why you don't charge people to practice on. You know what I'm saying? Like because basically when you think about it, you're asking somebody to come give of their face, correct? Can I use your face to practice on? Then you're gonna say, can I use your face to practice on? And oh, by the way, can you pay me $25? That's no. Just practice. Just really practice. Be grateful that these people will come and volunteer for you until you get your act together. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful for these beautiful faces that come to you in the beginning of your career, because they're the ones that's going to help you figure out what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. They're the ones that's going to help you. Now, again, down the line though, after a while, there's no more freebies. Like, there's another video. If you guys have not binged my content, there's a video about friends and family on here about when to charge them, how to charge them. All that stuff is on here. It's very important that you look at that video and understand what I'm saying, because that's when you start to practice on people, your friends and family, you start to practice on them and they sit there, gladly to help you out. But then there's a point in time that the help, like, I don't need your face anymore, turns into, then they'll come ask you, can you do my face for free forever? And it's like, yo, now I'm a business. Remember, when you're practicing, you're not really a business yet. You're not there yet. That's what practicing is all about. You're not there yet. You're not a business yet. Once you become good at what you do, then you become a business. Just because I went to school. Just because I went to school does not mean I am a business yet. This doesn't mean I'm a makeup artist yet. It means I went to school. So you have to be careful of that. Paula, hello, sweetheart. Okay, Safara, when clients complaining about our small downsized kits and comparing to other makeup artists who bring so much big bags because bigger kit equals more professional stereotype set. How do you handle this? Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, that's a good question. Okay. You can do it in two different ways. Now, I'm not going to listen. I'm straight up. You know how I feel about a small ass kit. You know how I feel about a small ass kit. But even I realize that there are certain clients that want to see the spread, right? There's just some clients that just want to see that spread. Well, for them people, I will bring extra makeup and I will give them the spread. You get what I'm saying, Safara? Sometimes you have to just show up and give, even if you never touch it. They just kind of want to see where their money is going. And if you have clients like that, just, I know what you mean. It's like, sorry guys. I know what you mean. It's like, do you bring more makeup or not? It depends on, to me, it depends on how much are you paying me? It depends on that. How much am I making for me to lug it? In other words, if I'm making like $50, I'm not lugging this stuff for you. But if I'm working for a corporation, yeah, I'm lugging this stuff for you. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a balance. Who is it for? That kind of thing. I do understand that when you guys do bridal, I do think it's important to have a beautiful table set up. Sometimes you can get away with not having that much if your table is beautiful. But I got to tell you, most of the time when I see table setups, it looks janky. Even though it's all labeled and looks nice, I have yet to see a beautiful table setup. I haven't seen one. I've seen nice, neat table setups. I've seen beautiful labels and stuff, but I've never seen a beautiful, that's not true. I've seen one or two high-end makeup artists have a beautiful table scape. I call it tablescapes. I used to be a special events coordinator, so I'm very big into the tablescapes and stuff like that. I've never seen a makeup artist with a beautiful table scape. And sometimes you can get away with that lack of product if you have a beautiful table. But I know what you mean, like, what do you do? I mean, you can also just say this, Safari, you can just say, listen, these products right here have been curated for you. These are specifically just for you. I can bring you a whole table worth of stuff, but I'm not going to use it on you. I'm going to bring you just what I know will work for you and your gorgeous face. So you could do it that way. Make it sound like it's even more of a bonus that you don't bring all of that stuff. You're not a show pony. You can there's all different ways to say it, but it also depends on the client. Who is the client? Yeah, like I said, sometimes, yeah, I switch to a bigger suitcase and I bring more makeup. I know I'm never going to use it, but I bring more makeup for the spread. Some people do want to see the spread, but some people got to spread some dough this way before I will do that. Let's see, Rachel. I've been binging your videos. I have a playlist. Can the inclusion palette be used to apply foundation and use as a contour? Of course it can, Rachel. It is a one-stop shop palette. It has contours, highlights. It has color correctors in it, red and blue. It has green colors in it, so it goes to the other world, the other amazing world where there's tons of green people like myself. Hello, green people, olivey skin people. We are here and represented in the inclusion palette. It is a one-stop shop palette. So you wouldn't have to bring 5,000 things with you. It's a one-stop shop palette. So yes, my darling, it has everything in it. So do you understand what I'm saying, Safara? In terms of, you have to figure out what the client, remember, it's all about what does the client value. You have to find out, what does the client value? If you were to say to your client, well, I've curated this table is all for you and I curated it for you, and they go, and they go, oh my God, thank you so much. You know, you could make it sound like I have thought about you and your wants and your needs, and this is just specifically for you and only you, and nobody else gets to set up but you understand what I'm saying? If you say it in those terms, then they might go, oh wow, thank you. Oh, you know what, took an hour to curate this for you. I wanted to make sure I brought exactly the right items for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if they don't care, if you get a feedback that says, oh yeah, okay, that's nice, whatever, you know, but so and so has, you know, I saw another makeup artist. If they, in other words, Safari, what I'm trying to say is, if they keep harping, if they keep pushing the point of, I see artists with tons and tons of stuff, then you might have to bring tons and tons of stuff to shut this person up. Right. But the question would be then, is this the client for you? Is this a client that will be paying you? What am I trying to say? Is this the client that will be paying you what you're worth and also paying you to bring all this crap with you? Are you going to be making that money? Are you going to be put out of your way if you bring in an extra bag, like a little extra bag of makeup, and set it up and make it bigger? You get what I'm saying? You have to weigh that yourself. I don't know. My bag, you guys see my kit. My kit is actually getting smaller. So, you know, but it depends. It really does depend on the psychology, the thing of your client. What do they value? You have to find out what they value. Some people in corporate America will value the fact that I have just bought a 9-foot table of makeup. You know, if you watch Melissa Street, I don't know if you guys watch Melissa Street on here, who's an amazing makeup artist. She does tons of TV and corporate work. You will see, if you see her kit, it is redonkulous. This sucker it goes on for days. She brings so much stuff, but she has a lot of corporate clients, and corporate clients want to see a spread. Do I understand that? Of course I do. So I bring a spread. You understand? You have to think of the psyche of your client. I practiced on dinner time yesterday, but was afraid to use the palette on them. Never be afraid to use that palette. That's the whole point. Like, I think somebody had asked me, I don't remember who asked me where, what, and when, but do you use your cheap makeup? Like, in other words, you're first starting out, right? Do you use cheap makeup, or do you use inclusion? Let's put it that way. And I think this is how I was raised. You should practice with the makeup that you're going to be using. That way you get to know the makeup intimately. You know how it's going to work. If you start off with Maybelline and then move over to this and then move over to that, you won't really know how well that makeup is going to work on percentage of people. You know, you need to get used to makeup. Makeup is not, people think that makeup is just makeup, and it's not. They all have different, I don't know, they all have different feel and textures and things like that. People think that just because, let's say people think that because Cinema Secrets and Graftobian are both very ready to use, like you open up the thing, you know, and boom, you can put it on. They're very much this, they work the same, and they don't. And you won't know that until you use it. And if you wait until the last minute when you get a real paid client and you start pulling out inclusion and you start putting it on people, you might say, oh, I didn't know it did that. Oh, I didn't know I didn't need to use so much. Oh, I didn't know that. You get it? That's the whole point of practicing, is to learn not just technique, but it's also to learn product. And if you're going to start using other product, then it gets a little funky. So I'm of the mind, when I practice with, when I got out of school, my kit was filled with Cinema Secrets. So I stuck with Cinema Secrets for years until I discovered Graftobian. And when I discovered Graftobian, my mind was blown and I was happy. I've already discussed that on this channel, but I hope that makes sense what I'm saying, Rachel. Let me know if that doesn't. Let's see, that's me. I have RCMA, Graftobian, and MAC palette. I didn't want to use drugstore, but wondered if drugstore was better as a practice to avoid wasting product. First of all, you're not wasting any product because you're practicing. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you guys to look at practicing as waste. It is not. It's valuable time. That's when you gather your information, right? That's when you're gathering how everything is working for you, right? That's practice. So practice is even more valuable than sometimes paid clients, in terms of understanding what your product does and you know? So yeah, it's never, people always say I'm going to be wasting my product on practicing. No, you have the mindset about that is really warped to me. No, you're not wasting it. That's, you know, product development. That's you understanding what the hell's going on. Okay, so why do I always have such a hard name with a time with Ania? I always want to say something else for some reason. It's Ania. Hi, Ania. So, what items should I have in my kit, and how big should my kit be? Left my old field as an officer. Want to start makeup now? Depends, sweetie. It depends. I would need to sit down and talk to you and find out what it is you're doing and who you're working with, and um, you know, how much you have and how much you're willing to spend. And that's see, kids are individual. Like, kids are very individual. Not everybody does not have the same kit. You understand? So they're all based off of you. You know, what is it that you can afford? What is it that you know, it depends. So I can't tell you exactly. That's just very hard unless I sit down and talk to you. Do you think 38 years old is too old to try to become a makeup artist, Rachel? Hell no, I don't. I started at 30, what time? 35, 36, 35, 36. No, it's not. The only thing about this industry that I want people to understand, um, it's not about your age. It's a physical, people don't realize how physical being a makeup artist is. You are hunched over people, could be almost for 8, 10, 12 hours. You could be hunched over in a chair and doing the, first of all, I'm not hunched over, I sit down. I do not stand up unless the person is the model, whatever is my height in terms of in a high chair. If they are not in a high chair and they're a low chair, DeShawn ain't bending down. She's getting another chair and she's sitting down, because the first several years I realized that my back was killing me. It is a very physical job. It's exhausting. Your legs will hurt, your knees will hurt, your back will hurt, your shoulders will hurt. You have to carry the kit up and down flights of steps. All these things you have to think about physicality of being a makeup artist. That is exhausting. That's all. So if you want to be a makeup artist, you better come on. You could be 60 and be a makeup artist. You know, anybody can be a makeup artist, but it's the physicality of it. Sometimes you're just exhausted at the end of the day, not because of this. It's just you're carrying and lifting. Oh, Jesus. I understand. Lovely answer. Okay, cool. I'm a member in my kit and gospel too. I watched one video. Yeah, one video of Melissa. Melissa's just amazing. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? I mean, if you've ever watched her, she'll walk you through her whole table. But if you've ever watched her, that woman, she brings a crack load of stuff with her. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen unless I have a high paying client. Yeah, then I will go into the closet and start pulling things out just to put on the table. Because basically, when you bring 9 feet of makeup, you're never going to use 9 feet of makeup. You're just never going to use. Never will you use it. I'm telling you now. You're never going to use it. So you say, okay, Rachel says, okay, good, because I thought I waited too long to figure out what I had a passion for. No, I saw a story online with this older gentleman. He must have been, I think, was he 74? Was he 74 or 64? Some 74, 64, who was in makeup school. You are never too old, sweetie. Never. Never. Okay, never. This is the greatest job in the world. Okay, wow. I've never seen anyone do makeup sitting down. I learned, yes, child. I've been sitting down for the last I've been sitting down for the last, I don't know how many years. I've been sitting down. If they're sitting down, I'm sitting down. If they're standing up or in a high chair, I'll stand up. But there's none of this hunching over anybody. That ain't happening. And I don't have good knees. My knees are very bad from years of like volleyball and tennis and all that stuff and dancing, that I can't physically, like, you know, people can lean on their knees. I cannot do that. Yeah, I cannot do that. I have to sit. So that's how life go. Okay. But yes, I always make sure, that either I have a high chair with me. If I know that I'm physically having to bring things with me to set up a station, I will normally bring a high chair with me and 2 lower chairs with me. And they're normally like lower, like, cheapy chairs, those little plastic chairs you get from IKEA, but I always have 2, one for me, one for them. Oh, thank you. Ania, thank you. So you're mixing your personal makeup with the kit. Do not do that. Okay. No more mixing personal makeup with kits. No, 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 no. Don't do that because I don't want cross contamination. We treat our makeup differently than we treat our kit. Our kit is supposed to be like, unless you are the person who goes, the consumer who goes in there and cleans their kit and cleans their makeup, their personal makeup, like every single time use it, you've cleaned it. You've never put your fingers in it. You've never done this. You've never done that. You've never done this. Unless it's pristinely neat and clean, do not use something that you use personally on other people. Now, that doesn't mean, because I could feel the question come, well, don't you use some of your, yes, I do, but I use clean brushes. I'm not the dippy, the fingery kind of person. I don't like putting fingers in makeup because I learned at a very young age that when you start doing that, you transfer the oils to the makeup. So I tried never to ever stick my finger in makeup. I can't stand. So I don't do that. So unless you are super duper clean in terms of your personal makeup, in terms of spraying it down, cleaning it up, all that stuff, do not use your personal makeup on somebody else. Okay. Hi, Rachel. I think age is not a big issue when you want to be serious of that and learn more and more. There are younger makeup artists in the biz, but they're like heads when it comes to learning. Why, yes, they are. And also, I will say, I mean, I'm sure there are younger people in here listening to me who are amazing in their own right. So this is not directed towards younger people who do what I'm about to say, but younger people just don't, many younger people don't understand business. They understand makeup perhaps, but they don't understand that what they are in is a business. They don't understand showing up on time. They don't understand weird personalities. They don't understand lots of things. They just don't understand it. And when you're new and you're young and you don't have business acumen, you don't have, like, I don't know, real world experience, I guess, then it could be a stumbling block for newbies, for younger newbies. Older people, uh, we've lived, and I know I sound like Wendy Williams. We lived, and we understand nasty people. We understand a lot of negatives, and we know how to ride and flow with negatives. And whereas young people, and again, not all young people, and certainly not anybody listening to me on this channel, but they have a hard time rolling with people. I've noticed that, they have a very hard time with customer service. They have a very hard time with disgruntled clients. They have a very hard time with that. And I think being older is actually a blessing in this business. Then, there's parts of me that say, wow, I wish I had started this in my 20s. And then part of me is like, oh no, I'm glad I started in my 30s because I had so much real world experience and bad experiences with people that taught me how to deal with, people who will, freak out on you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that comes with age, which is wisdom. Thank God. Hopefully all of us will get our wisdom. I'm still waiting for mine, but there's just like little things that I think older people roll with a little easier than young people, especially young people today. They have a very hard time with negative things coming at them. I've noticed that they have a very hard time with negativity, and older people don't. We're used to negativity, but yeah, so that's it. Okay, so Rachel's talking to Safara. Okay, I'm not sure yet what kind of makeup artist I want to be. As editorial, I like the soft. Please don't use words like soft glam on this station. What the is soft glam? What the fuck? What is that? No soft glam. No, no. We will not use YouTube. We will not use YouTube or Instagram sayings on the station. No, we will not. What is soft glam? It makes no sense. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No soft glam. Oh, I hate that term. Yeah. So Rachel, you have to decide on what you want to do, because that's just another thing. Like when you enter into this business, you really gonna have to pinpoint what it is that you want. And I'm always like that. I'm very much like, you need to know what you want to do. I know it's like, well, DeShawn, I don't know, and I don't want to do it all. And technically, you could start dipping your toe into things, and that's cool. But sometimes I really feel like if you have a goal, if you have a goal, yeah, you have a goal. Like, I want to be an editorial makeup artist. I want to be a corporate makeup artist. I want to be a bridal makeup artist. You have that tunnel vision. To me, the tunnel will get you to your goal a lot faster than jumping. You jump around a lot, and I jumped. I always tell it people. I always tell you guys, I jumped. I went from film to fashion. But at the same time, I took 2 years in film. Then I jumped over to fashion. So that's the difference. I took to learn the skill. I took time to, I invested time in the industry, so I understand how films are made and this and that and all these things. I got an education where I can fully grasp what's happening. Then I said, well, listen, I grasp what's happening, but this biatch ain't making no money. I got to move. So then I decided to go over to fashion. And then when I went to fashion, that's another thing that I had to learn. It's a learning curve, and it's a lot of different experiences that you're going to have in order to understand what you're getting into. And again, if you start to jump, you will see different worlds, but you might not. Put it this way, you might say to yourself, okay, I tried film today, but I'm not really feeling it. And then you'll poo-poo it. You know what I'm saying? And then you might go to like a fashion editorial and you'll go, oh my God, I did fashion today. I can't stand it. But the point is that in this industry, no 2 days are the same. Normally, no 2 crews normally would be the same until you start developing a rapport with people. So when you dip it like that, and you poo-poo something because you didn't like that day, it doesn't mean every day is like that. I think this is what I'm trying to say. Every day is not like that. So that's why when you guys go, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that, I want you to pick something. I want to take your head when you guys go like this and you're shaking, I want to go pick something, and then work on that craft for at least a year and really develop a tool. Like I developed tools for myself. Now the reason why you guys see that I can do TV one day and then go to film, then go to corporate, then go to video, and then come back and do fashion editorial, beauty, this, it's because I've already put my time into all of that. And I've learned all these little skills along the way that allow me to do that. Jump, 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 jump. But when you're new, you got to learn stuff first. And a lot of times you guys just want to jump, 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 jump. Does that, what I just was my tirade? Does that make any sense what I'm trying to say? The jumping around in the beginning, to me, unless you're going to stick to something, stick it a year, give it a year, and then jump, do something else, give it another year. But when you're jumping, it becomes very, very difficult. Okay. My rant is over. And don't forget to give a sister some thumbs up on here. And please remember to what am I supposed to say? Like this video and join my channel. What do you do? I forgot. Again, the lovely people, the lovely couple from Atlanta, who the hubs works for Google. He gave me some tips, but of course my brain is farting. So there we go. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read what you said because I was going off. Okay. So what does it say? Wait a minute, I'm reading. I'm not sure yet. Kind of makeup artist. I want you there. Yeah. So Rachel was the reason why I had a meltdown and a rant. Okay. 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 Oh, that way. Okay. Taking baby steps, getting somewhere. Okay. Catherine, hi, Catherine. So younger people don't understand the business aspect of being a makeup artist as well. No. It's not that you don't understand. It's well, I don't know if you're younger. It's not that they don't understand. They have a harder time rolling with certain things. I know I did when I was. I know I did when I was in my teens and my 20s. I know. I know how. I know how kind of person I was when I was a little younger. Oh yeah, I remember those days. No, it's just. It's just. I think that things come along. I think Catherine. Things come along with. I don't know. I want to say older people, and of course, when I say older people, that doesn't mean all older people. You know what I'm saying? This is a generalization. That's, again, I said not all young people. Um, but I do tend to see that when I deal with younger people, I do tend to see that their response to adversities, they don't know what to do. They're lost. I just see that older people, and again, not all older people, but older people in general tend to have more life experience, so they know how to deal, like I said, um, with adversity. I see it. I see it every day. They have a different take on it. I just think it's just work. I mean, especially if you come from corporate America, maybe because I normally hang out with older people who come from the corporate world, that understand, because the corporate world kicks you in the face every day. So I think maybe that's where my I'm trying to say my thinking comes from, because when you deal with older people who come from like the corporate world, or even customer service, any type of customer service world, they kind of get it a little bit more, I think. But I also say, I wrote about that in Assisting Rules, ting, 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 about transferable skills, which anybody at any age can have. If you're a 20-year-old person working at Starbucks and you're a barista, you have the wisdom because you're dealing with cuckoo crazy people all day long. You certainly can come here and be a makeup artist. You know what I mean? You have the temperament. So am I saying that's every young person? No, I never said it was every young person. But younger people I have noticed have a very, very hard time understanding and adversity in this business. I've just noticed it over the last 20 years. I've just noticed how hard it is when they don't get something. I've noticed it in many, many younger people. That's all. Thank you, Rachel. I'm dropping gems. Thank you. Hey, Maria. You are not late because we were having some funky issues and we had to change over. So you are not late. So how do I get myself out of there and known? Are you talking to me? Let's see. She's talking to me. I'm rolling. I didn't see Karen on here. Hi, Karen. How do you feel about a kit made up of private label cosmetics? By the way, it started 40. Hello, Karen. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. I mean, listen, let's be real. Most of this crap is private label. So, I mean, let's like be real. Most of this makeup is somewhat private label. Private label means they're like manufacturers, and like there's no names on it, and you can just go, everybody can do that. By the way, you all can go set up shop and buy your own makeup from a private label company, which means that, let's say it's a place where you go get makeup and then you stick your name on it. So it would be DeShawn Hatcher Cosmetics. It would be, I'm not saying it's them, but Gucci Cosmetics and Urban Decay, and you could just slap your name on makeup and then put in your kit. Or you don't have to slap a name on it all and just go buy it. So that's what private label is all about. Sometimes they have minimums that you have to have, or sometimes they have very low minimums depending on the private label companies. Most private label companies that I know of sell a plethora of everything across the board: foundation, lipsticks, eyeshadows, and then some of them also sell skincare products and stuff like that. So so you guys know what private label means, that you're kind of setting up business. I did that, Karen, when I started. I had a whole bunch of private label stuff in my kit. Yeah, I did that too. So you guys understand, private label means you can do it too. You buy, I think a lot of times private labels let you start off with threes. So you have to buy things in threes. So in other words, if you buy a red lipstick, right, you say, I'm going to go to a private label company and buy, all my lipsticks from them. So you have 12 colors in your kit, right? You have just right now, you have 12 colors of lipsticks, reds and da da da. Well, in private label, that means the least amount that you can buy per color would be 3. So you would be buying 3 of each color. But they're at a discounted, very low, not low, I don't want to say it's like $1, but it's at a very low price. So I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. I'll do a private label thing at another time. But yeah, there's private label makeup, there's private label brush places, there's private label skincare places. Oh, child, I go on. I'm reading what you guys are saying. Same here, Sver. I'm only 19 and I'm financially literate, or is that illiterate? I cannot make that out. Illiterate, but I'm willing to learn how to manage finances. Like older people are more likely to be more experienced, but not all older people are experienced. True. Yeah, Catherine, I agree with you. Again, I didn't say all. When I speak, I don't speak of all. I never, I'm not one of those everybody in the world. No, but yeah, there's some. Listen, there are some younger people that are so financially savvy. I'm like, can I learn from you because you know what the hell you're doing? And then there's some older people who throw their money away. So again, I'm not saying all of anything. I'm not saying all older people are wiser and smarter, whatever. But I'm also not saying that all younger people are idiots. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the people I say it again, I'm making a declarative statement. The people I have dealt with, the younger ones I have seen have a very hard time dealing with adversities. That's all. Rachel, then you know what? You have to pick your time. It's technically, if you can't assist and then it's not your time, but you know what you do? Practice and practice and practice. Go buy books, go take classes. You see what I'm saying? Like it might not be your time to, let's say, leave 9 to 5, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be, but this is your time to amass education, right? This is your time to go take some accounting classes and learn how to do books correctly. This is your time to take makeup classes and learn how to do this. You get what I'm saying? It may not be your time to leave your job, and that's fine, but it is time. If your time, we are going to hold on. We're going to wait. Here we go. I'm back. I'm not going to get off this thing. So Rachel, you understand what I'm saying? To anybody who wants to do this and has a 9 to 5, you really have to think about other things that you could be doing in its time. In other words, you can't be on set right now. You can't do all these things, but what can you do leading up to a career? That's all. Practicing is one. Practicing is just a small fraction of what you're supposed to be doing. I'm more about the business and the beauty. That this channel is more about the business than the beauty, because the beauty is technically the fun part for us right now. It's what's going to sustain you throughout your career. I'm all about you guys being makeup artists, but I'm all about you guys lasting. I'm serious. Like I'm 20 years now, and I'm telling you, I've seen people come and go. They can't sustain themselves, and I don't want to see you guys kind of want to do this and then have to, one day not, because you didn't do something, or you didn't do the accounting right, or you didn't do this right, you know what I mean? I want you guys to have all the stepping stones that you can so you can sustain yourself. I'm the type of person who would rather teach you how, I don't know the saying, I suck at sayings. So I want to be the type of person, I want to be the type of person that teaches you guys how to fish, then give you a fish. You understand what I'm saying? I want you to understand what it's like to stay in this business. You understand? That's what I'm saying. I want you to be able to go out there with your fishing poles. It's cute to show you a cut crease. It's cute to show you all that. But I want you to be able to sustain yourselves. I want you to be in this business 20, 30, 40, as long as you want to be. But I'm just saying. Oh, thank you, Tori. Thank you. Yes, remember to also hit the notification bell to learn when you go live or post videos to your channel. Thank you, Tori. I forgot how to say that. I should just screenshot shot this thing, and I always forget that. Yes, thank you, Tori. Please make sure that you turn on the bell so you know when I'm on, because I might pop on. 2020 is a new year, people. It's my favorite year because I like to say 2020. And so there's just so much that will be happening on this channel. Thank God. And I might pop up where you're not expecting it. Ashunta? You mean makeup artist Ashunta? Oh, yeah, Rachel. Yeah, take note. It's just a lot. It's just, I mean, when you think about it, Rachel, it's just a lot of business. It's why it's a business. There's a lot to the business that people have to understand. Honestly, this is why I started the channel. Is like I said, this is more business than beauty because I can throw up 25,000 beauty videos and that's fun, but it's not really going to help you. You're not going to be around because I just showed you how to do a red lip. You're not going to be around. You need to understand what this funky world is all about. I keep saying to everybody that when you step into this joint, it's a different world. It's just different. And there are different rules that are unspoken that you didn't know of, that I certainly didn't know of. And I stuck my toe in and blew it up. Like there's just different rules to this world. And so you just have to learn how to navigate this world. And that's why my little videos are what they are. They're more like off the beaten path, like what, why is she telling me when I'm not working? I'm always going to work, or why, you know what I mean? Like there's just like these weird videos I do because I want to set you up for a career in the business. I want you to understand how funky this can be, and I know a lot of people who are not makeup artists, sometimes they don't get it. Like when I say, like when you're dealing with celebrities, you're in their world. Well, you are in their world. That's their world. And then you have to deal with them in that world. Same as if you were working on a film set. Well, that's a different world. You will be, having to deal with rules and regulations over there. That's all that's all it means. And people who don't understand this business don't understand the world, the different worlds that you're dealing with. It's like being on planets, like being on Mars and Jupiter and this and that. You're like, damn, I thought when I was in fashion, I thought when I was doing, a fashion editorial, it would be the same as being on a film set. Oh, damn, it's not. Or I thought doing corporate videos was going to be the same as doing TV commercials. Oh, damn, it's not. Oh, I thought doing bridal was the same as doing fashion editorial. Oh, damn, it's not. It's all different worlds. Got to learn those different worlds. Is your assisting book specifically for those considering assisting only for any makeup artists? Really, technically, as everyone help me, as everyone tells me, DeShawn, your book is so much more than assisting. Blah 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 blah. So I was saying so much more than assisting. It is. Clearly it's about having people land an assisting job, of course, but clearly people keep telling me I got a job off of this. I have people write to me who are not even in our business, who bought my book and said I got a job because of what you told me how to do it. I'm like, wow, really? Thank you. So I should change the title. I should. It's been like 4 years. I've gotten so much feedback from you people. I need to change the title to something like assisting for the world as opposed to assisting, for just this industry. So it really does try to set you up so you understand what you're in, what you're getting into. It explains kind of how the business works. Again, yeah. So I don't, how I feel about that book. In that case, I'm getting your book. Well, get the book. Yeah, I mean, it's really set up to try to explain to you what to look for in keys and understand the business and what you should be doing in general, like in life, what you should be doing. Here, I'm going to give you guys a. I just had a job recently that I needed an assistant for, and all of my assistants had been busy because they have grown, they have moved on to bigger and better things, and I love them for that. That's what assisting is all about. Assisting is not that they will be my assistants for the rest of my life, though I would love that because I love my people. But they are to grow and fly away from home, and that's what happens. Every now and then, I find myself without an assistant. And then I have to reach out to social media, to find out, hey, I need assistant. So I had posted that I needed an assistant recently. And I got two very flaky people who answered me back. And it was like, one said they would go, one said, oh, I'd love to do it. So I said, okay, you're hired. I'll send you the information later. I sent her the information. I told her where it was going to be. Then I didn't hear from her for days. And I'm like, let me check because I haven't heard from her. I sent her the information, but I didn't hear anything. And then she tells me, oh, I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to, the location is a little weird for me. But it was just like, yeah, but what did you say you were going to take the job for if you weren't, if it was predicated on location, then what'd you take the job for? And then I had another young lady write to me, and she wanted to write a soliloquy about how amazing she was. She didn't ask me a question. She didn't reach out to me at all. She wanted to tell me how great she was. And I understand that we have to bolster ourselves up, and I understand that. But inside of assisting rules, there's a 1-page letter in there that tells you how to talk to people when it comes to business. And that young lady did not know how to speak to person when it came to business. She wanted to build up herself and her resume, and she didn't ask me one question about what I need, what I desired. She just kept going on and on and on about herself. And so that's what's in the book. It's trying to get you guys to understand, when whatever job it may be, it doesn't matter. It is the way that you connect to a person. And if you're seeking a job from another person, remember, you are seeking a job, then it's not about you any longer. It is about the job. So you need to concentrate on the job. And that book explains to you why that letter has worked for so many people all over the world. And so that is why that book is very important, to teach you guys how to speak to people in general when it comes to jobs. Ashunta. Okay. Miriam, any tips on how to stand out amongst other makeup artists just to attract more clients? You have to find out. You again, it's. I can sit up here, Miriam, and tell you, Miriam, what the secret sauce is to your clients? They all love Chanel makeup. That's what it is. That's the secret sauce. Then your behind runs out and says, well, DeShawn just told me that they all love Chanel makeup. So I'm going to run out and spend $2,000-$3,000 in Chanel makeup and put it all in my kit, right? And then when you advertise, I have Chanel, and your clients still don't come to you, you're going to come to me and say, well, I thought you told me that it was Chanel makeup. My point to this is, it's like no secret sauce. You have to find out what your clients value. You have to find out whatever it is in your industry. It could be bridal, like I keep saying, video, whatever it is they value. You have to find that out. You understand? And like Black girls value the fact that you have foundations for us. Right? Like you actually have Black girl foundation colors. Okay, let's be straight up. Okay, so if your goal was, I really love to work with Black women, well, then I sincerely pray that you will advertise the fact that you know how to work on Black women. I sincerely hope and pray that you will show pictures of beautiful Black women of makeup that you have done. You get what I'm saying? That's a pinpointed hole right there. Bang. Right? But I can't tell you what it is that's going to make you stand out, because I don't even know where you are. I don't know what it is that you do. I don't know who your competition is. I don't know. And this is what the competition is all about, because a lot of times all we tend to do is look at the competition and think, okay, so if I just do this or tweak myself this way, then I'll be better than this person. And sometimes it's good to look at, it's good to look at and see who is, out there. It's very important to see, okay, I see you. Okay, now what am I going to do? What kind of service do I want? I remember I just saw a guy, not just saw a guy, but I saw a guy recently. in Texas, I believe, if I'm right. And he, oh, I think he charges something like, I could be wrong. Do not quote me. It's been a while since I've seen his website. It's all very flashy. It's all very flamboyant. It's all about him. He looks like the Liberace of makeup world, but he seems, according to his website, he seems to be making quite a bit of money. He seems off of his clients. So I would say that in a place in Texas, and like, please, I will have to look him up again. I'm working on a new computer, so the old stuff is in my old computer, so I'd have to dig it up and see if I can find it. But from what I can tell from his area, he is the highest paid makeup artist in his area. He is, if I'm correct, he made something like, oh God, I can't remember. Was it like $1,000 for a wedding? Whereas the average person in his area seemed to have been making 500 or something like that. I believe there was like a huge pay gap between what I found. See, I tend to do a lot of market research because I'm just nosy. So I tend to go into areas and look people up and look up, who is the highest paid makeup artist, who's, and just start looking at things and analyzing and looking at their website and their marketing to understand what's going on here. And I noticed that he was really above everybody else in this particular neighborhood. And I say neighborhood, but town, you know what I mean? And he was making some crazy amount of money, whereas everybody else was like making nothing. But he had his marketing down. That's why I keep saying to you guys, it's the marketing, marketing, marketing. And he clearly was marketing to a very high-end client. I didn't see anything. He didn't even list pricing per se. I just found articles on him, and it was very interesting. He was like the poster boy for what it looks like you should be doing. He looked rich. He looked expensive. He looked in demand. He looked the part. Doesn't mean he was, but he looked the part, and that garnered him money. See, a lot of times you guys can start out looking good and don't realize how to maintain that and flow with that and get the PR. And this is not about marketing tonight, but it's just a lot. How much experience does the person need before asking to assist? Sometimes you don't need that much at all, Rachel. It's just your attitude. If you convey that you're there to work for the person and you're just eager to just see what it's like. I've had people who don't have any experience whatsoever assist me. None whatsoever. And they were some of the greatest assistants I've ever had. It depends. Okay, one thing I've learned recently, once you know what your specialty in makeup, what you I'm gonna say it this way, when you specialize in makeup, then you know who your clients will be. You will stop worrying about competition. Doris, confetti. Doris, I tried to I'm trying to say, Doris, this is specifically for Doris. This is a public service announcement for Doris. Doris, I tried to text you back, but it would not go through there. So send me your email address. Okay. Safara, do you ever feel down when a photographer, videographer compares you a lot to the former makeup artist who used to work with them? No? No? The only time I guess I would feel down about that if they really sucked a high hell, then I'd be pissed. But no, never. I mean, no. No. Again, do they suck? If they suck, then yeah, then I have a problem. But if they were good and they kept saying, "Oh my God, your makeup reminds me of so and so," well, I don't care. Are you gonna pay me? Pay me. A lot of times we are hired because our work reminds them of something. You understand? Again, this is a different world. Sometimes I get gigs because my work reminds them of something else. Sometimes I get gigs because I'm just a nice person. Sometimes I get gigs because I have no drama. Sometimes I get gigs because people like the fact that I am a little older. Sometimes I get gigs. I can go on. So it just, you know what I mean? So if somebody says to me, "Oh, your work reminded me of Sapphira," I loved her work. I was like, "Oh, really? Thank you." she must have been fabulous. You know what I'm saying? I don't get upset about that. No, only if it's an insult. Like if I go look up your makeup and they say your work reminds me of Safari and it's all jacked up, I'm going to be really pissed. That's all. That's all, people. So Miriam, Miss Peck, did I answer your question? Let me see. Let me see. I'm going to go back because I see that there are things that have been hidden. Ania, thank you for subscribing to my channel, darling. Rachel, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I did not know it told me that on this thing, but thank you, beautiful ladies, for being here. Hey, Daisy, thank you all for being here. I'm noticing things as we go along here. Catherine, did I answer your question, beautiful girl? Rosemary! Hey, Rosemary. Oh, wow, Guam, that's so cool. Miriam just said, thanks for the plethora. I do love that word. Of information. I'm Nigerian born American. I do makeup for every skin tone and ages on the island of Guam. That is so cool. Cool, Catherine. And remember, not all you young people, just some of y'all, okay? Not all y'all. Because there's some old people that, you'd be like, God damn, where's your common sense? So, yeah, not all. I'm just flipping through here because I feel like we are. Please wait while we try reconnecting. And am I back on? Can you see me? I see that it's coming in and out of here. Okay, fantastic. So let me go back to what Miss Tori said. Let me do my public service announcement again because Miss Tori. Oh, I say Miss. It could be Mr. or somebody. Hey, Tori. I'm just going to say Tori. Okay. Again, according to Tori, remember to also hit the notification bell to learn when I go live and post videos to my channel. Thank you. Turn on the notification, please. I don't know what that was. And then maybe next time, after the holidays, something's happening. Oh, I got you. Okay, Doris. What's I gonna say? So, yeah, after the holidays, I think I might play what Rachel had said at the top. We were on another for all you guys joining right now. We were on another live before this one because the last one got just the thing went batty and the connection got lost, and so we came over here to our new home. And Rachel, I like to say Rachel, was explaining to me about Instagram Live, and I could do both. And I realize now that with this webcam and now with my phone, I can do an Instagram Live. So what I might wind up doing, is maybe the first Sunday in the new year is to try to do that Instagram Live thing versus, YouTube Live thing. So when YouTube goes down, I'm still talking Instagram. And then when Instagram goes down after the 24 hours, you can always come back to YouTube and check it out here. And it'll always be stored here. So that's what we might be doing. We might be doing that in 2020. Oh, here's Rosemary. One way I separate myself from others is what I discuss in my training. I sent you an email to be the first to take. Then let me check it out again. I'm sorry. I've been working and sleeping. I've been working and sleeping. I've been tired. So I will check it out again. I don't know how I missed you, but I will check it out again. Miss Rosemary, I promise. So do you guys have any more questions? Yep, it's 9 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock? Yep, it's almost 9 o'clock here. Ah, I see. I thought I lost connection on the last stream. Turns out it was on both ends. Ah, yeah, but you know what? My connection sucks here too. I've noticed that. Like last week, again, I tried to get on here at 7, and it took me like 15 minutes to get on here. So listen, connections. I mean, I do realize that I'm going all over the world with this joint. But quite frankly, you could probably be next door to me, and because I have an optimum, I still can't reach you. So there you go. I'm telling you, people. All right, people. She's gonna blow this popsicle stand. It's 9 o'clock. I gotta go get some dinner. Again, you have no competition. You are your own competition, people. And I will be back next Sunday, as long as it's not. I don't know what the days are. My brain is not working. As long as it's not New Year's Eve or any Eve, then I'll be back on a Sunday. And that's it. And don't forget to buy Assisting Rules. That joint right there, Assisting Rules at assistingrules.com. 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 She's typing and singing. La 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 la. Boom. And it didn't work. Oh, such is my life with this whole YouTube setup. It just tickles the shit out of me. Okay, hold up. And don't forget that on this channel, on my page here, there are several links to Assisting Rules itself. So you guys can just click on any of those links. It'll take you over to the book. All of you fabulous people. I actually have to work. Yeah, I have to work. So happy holidays. Thank you, as usual. I really do appreciate you guys. I really, really do. And putting up with the lack connection. Well, totally love you guys. I will see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.